Welcome to The Explainer. Okay, let's dive into this. Today, we're looking at the completely hidden dynamics of successful sales presentations. We're unpacking a really fascinating training module from our source material. And you know what? It's entirely about what happens before you even make your pitch. I mean, we spend so much time obsessing over our words, crunching our data, and perfecting our closing arguments, right? But this material forces us to look at the entirely unspoken foundation of a sale.
So I want you to think about this right off the bat. What actually drives a successful presentation beyond just the spoken words? Just picture it. Imagine you're walking into a boardroom or, hey, logging into a big video call to pitch a massive idea. Before you even clear your throat to speak, a really complex exchange of information has already happened. The source material we're unpacking today argues that this silent exchange isn't just background noise. No, it's actually a central, absolute pillar of the entire sales process.
Section 1, the silent sales language, exploring nonverbal communication in sales. We are going to unpack a specific module here that's focused entirely on the profound impact of this unspoken communication.
The source material treats this silent language not as some quick afterthought, but as a primary strategy. And this brilliantly illustrates the silent language of the sale. It suggests a complete, robust vocabulary. We're talking about the exact duration and distribution of your eye contact, the open or close nature of your posture, intentional pausing, mirroring your client's body language, and even the pacing of your breath before you say a single word. It is literally a language all on its own, running right parallel to whatever you're saying out loud. And fluency here, according to the text, it's absolutely vital to your presentation.
Section 2, winning half the battle, the power of professional conduct. Let's shift our narrative to the absolute boldest claim from the source material regarding the sheer impact of how a presenter carries themselves. Look at this number, 50%. The text explicitly states that conducting a sales presentation professionally, mastering that silent language we just talked about, wins exactly half of the entire sales process, 50%. You haven't even finished your pitch yet, and you are halfway to the finish line just by how you hold and present yourself. This shifts nonverbal communication from a nice-to-have skill into a measurable, massive impact.
Just to reiterate this massive concept, conducting a sales presentation professionally wins half the process. Think of this unspoken professional conduct as your foundation of trust. It establishes a baseline of undeniable authority and competence so that your actual words, they simply get to coast. The silent language is doing incredible heavy lifting here. It's all about the psychology of the room. If you ignore your posture, your eye contact, and your physical presence, you're basically forcing your data and your arguments to fight a steep uphill battle for the entire presentation.
Section 3, mastering nonverbal elements, what participants actually learn. Now we transition into the actual mechanics of the source module to see exactly what is taught to achieve this high level of professional conduct. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how you actually achieve that mathematical advantage. It's highly active. Notice the tools being unpacked from the text here. Participants aren't just sitting around reading about theory. No, they are actively focused on the direct application of nonverbal communication. They're learning and executing these specific nonverbal elements in real time, right during the presentation itself, to discover the core principles of the sale. It's really a hands-on toolkit. Synthesizing the text, we get this clear definition. Nonverbal elements are the unspoken behaviors learned and applied during a presentation to establish professional conduct and secure half the sale. See, these aren't vague concepts like just having a good vibe. Not at all. They are strict, unspoken behaviors. It's a highly tangible, masterable tool that you apply strategically to establish professional conduct and really own the room. The source treats this silent language as a specific set of learnable actions that give you a profound advantage. Section 4. The key sales principle, the ultimate module takeaway. So the crucial point is, where does all this training actually lead? Let's build toward the ultimate lesson shared in this text. The module promises to unlock the single key principle of presenting. Mastering the silent language and applying those nonverbal elements isn't just about looking confident, you know? It is the absolute bedrock. It's the gateway that allows every single other sales strategy you possess to actually work. That unspoken communication is the foundational principle upon which the entire success of your presentation rests. Which leaves us with this final, really provocative thought. If professional conduct driven by nonverbal elements truly wins half the process, what is your silent language saying right now? Whether you're pitching a new product, presenting a big idea to your team, or honestly, just sitting in a regular meeting, you are speaking volumes without making a single sound. Are you winning that first 50%? Thanks so much for going with me on this explainer. I really hope it completely changes how you view your next presentation.